We continue on our path to a new primer, looking at our advanced preparations and selecting the location for the workshop. So it's important to remember that before the LEI consultants arrive to the workshop, that the advanced preparation work of the translations and all that must be completed. And this has three general areas, as we remember: complete the advanced preparation materials, to select your primer construction team, and to select the location for the primer workshop. So selecting the location for the primer workshop is very important because this will affect how the team works together and how effective it is in developing the primer lessons. So we'll be taking a look at some different workshops and what those look like. So when you're selecting the location, you want the team should be, if possible, away from kind of their daily living, a retreat center or a mission guest house. If they're commuting to and from the workshop place every day, it can get very cumbersome, and oftentimes they won't come, or something comes up with the family, those kinds of things. So ideally, it's good to have everybody in a separate location. You want to have good lighting and ventilation. This is, you're sitting down, you're concentrated work. If the lighting's not good, or if it's too hot or stuffy, it's hard to stay focused. You want facilities for meals for the team. Usually the team will have at least one meal a day together, the midday meal. Oftentimes, if they're at a retreat center or a mission guest house, all three meals would be provided. You want to have good access to toilets nearby and in good condition, and if accessibility for physically challenged participants. You want a room large enough to allow the team to be comfortable. Remember, we'll have about maybe up to 10 people, 5 to 8 on the local language team, plus your LEI consultants, and maybe a coordinator from the local group. So it needs to be able to seat them comfortably. And you want good access to electricity, either from the city source or from a generator. We'll talk a little bit more about that in our examples. So first, let me talk to you about our Creo primer construction in Sierra Leone. And so you can see in the rooms that they had good, it's going to hit my spotlight here. They have good windows, they have good ventilation, good seating area for the team, nice tables, chairs. We had a whiteboard to work with. And so we had access to a nice working space. It was warm, and we didn't always have access to electricity, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So the meals were, the team lived locally, so they traveled to the workshop each day. And overall, this worked okay for this team, but it's not necessarily our ideal workshop environment. And so they had some ladies that cooked the midday meal for the team each day. You can see them here. They're getting ready to prepare the midday meal, and the team would eat together every day at lunch and have a bit of a break, and then would come back together to work in the afternoon. We also, this is the Lambia team from Malawi. And you can see here Maxwell Mpitinyanga, who's the Director of Literacy and Evangelism Malawi, Patrick Nsabi, who is from Kenya, who is one of our consultants, then myself and Nancy Sue from North America. The others are our language-speaking team members, Lambia-speaking team members. Now in this case, Nancy Sue and I arrived in Lilongwe and met Maxwell and Patrick, and then we traveled together to the Lambia area. And the travel there was a bit of a journey. It wasn't a simple area. We went by pickup truck. Nancy Sue and I were privileged to ride in the cab, and everybody else got to ride in um, the back of the pickup along with the luggage. So it was a very dusty and dirty journey for about an hour, couple of hours to the Lambia area. After we'd finished our 2-week workshop, we had the privilege of riding on the bus back because they had just started bus service up to the Lambia area. So that was a much nicer journey on the way back. We were working in a local church. In this case, Nancy Sue, Maxwell, Patrick, and I were staying in a little hotel. So we got our breakfast and lunch, our breakfast and dinner there. The rest of the team, once again, was local. And they did a pretty good job of coming. So we all ate lunch together every day. So we were in this church up on kind of a raised platform area. You can see Patrick here is working on, we had access to a chalkboard. And so we use that to help develop our lessons. And then, when you're working with the team, it's hot and tiring work. So oftentimes in the afternoon, we would give them a little treat. We would get some refreshments for them so that they could kind of get refreshed and continue on with their work. So just one other thing about the Malawi project. The first day that we were there, the local group had not really prepared anything for the lunch for the team. So we went to a restaurant, and it took us about 2 hours to get to this restaurant. And 2 hours, we had to walk there. Everybody had to order. Then we had to wait for our food to be prepared, then eating and walking back. It took over 2 hours to have this lunch break. And of course, then everybody's tired and wanted a bit of a rest. So in talking with Maxwell, we worked out something with some of the ladies from the church. And so the team had the budget for the team provided the food, for the lunches, and some of the women from the church cooked the food, and then they were given a small stipend, a small honorarium in thanks for their help. And so each day for lunch then, after that first day, we would be working. The women would bring the lunch to the church. We would stop working. We would eat together, have a bit of a rest and break, and then would come back. So all told, we took about an hour to hour and a half break each day. And so that's one way that got resolved. Otherwise, it was too expensive to go to the restaurant and took too much time. Ica, Peru, and we were working with the Aguaruna language. And in this case, we worked things out a little differently. We were in Ica doing a training, much like what you're going through right now, only it was an in-person training. And so we were bringing wanted to do the Aguaruna primer as part of the training for the primer construction people. So instead of us all going to the Aguaruna area, which was a very remote and hard to reach area, it was arranged for the Aguaruna speaking team members to come to us in Ica, Peru, which is a major kind of capital city area. So they had a 2-day journey from their village to Ica to join us for the primer construction team. So we had a very nice facility there, as that's where we had been doing our training. We had nice tables and chairs, nice whiteboard. We had good electricity for the computers. And overall, everything went very well. Another one we had more recently is the Afar language in Ethiopia. And here we were at the SIM guest house, which is a very well-run guest house. It was a bit pricey, from what I understand. So the requesting group had to account for that in their budget and how they raised funds for this workshop. We had 4 language speakers that were with us on the team. Unfortunately, it didn't have the best working environment, even though it was a beautiful area. We didn't have kind of regular height tables and chairs. We just had these slower tables and chairs. And so it made it for me anyway, made it more difficult. But I think as Afar nomadic people group, they're often used to sitting on the ground. So for them, it probably felt fairly high up. But we had time each day. We did spend some time outside and had our coffee and tea breaks. So since we were at a guest house, all 3 meals were provided for the team. And we had some recreation time when they would go swimming in the lake and just have some downtime in the evenings together. So that's information about some of the workshops and just the importance, once again, of having a place where you can get the team together where they can be focused. It's a good ventilation, good lighting, and where they can just enjoy being together as well as be focused on the work.